Vamos a aprender español, and this video is very important for you to be able to express yourselves precisely. Why am I saying this? Because sometimes we are so full of emotions and we feel short of words to express ourselves, and there are quick phrases and quickly used sentences which precisely express what we are feeling at that point of time. In English language, there are so many expressions. For example, how sweet, how beautiful, what an amazing thing. So such phrases also exist in Spanish language. And in order to make it more easy, I have picked 10 phrases which use the word que. Now this que literally means what. We also have something like que, which means that in Spanish language. But we are going to talk about this que, which means what. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I want you to repeat after me each time I speak out a phrase so that you can practice your pronunciation at the same time. The first one is que bonito. Que bonito means how pretty or how beautiful. Now, if it's bonito, it has to be something masculine, and if it is bonita, it is a feminine noun. We've already done it in the earlier class that if a noun ends with la o de español, it's generally a masculine noun, masculino, and if it ends with la a de español, it's a feminine noun. Okay? For more details, you can check the video that is being displayed on the screen. Now, moving ahead, I want to make one thing very clear, that if you listen to, for example, this phrase, que bonito, this is not going to be so tasteless and plain like that. It has to be full of emotions, like que bonito. And trust me, initially when you listen to a native Spanish speaker talking like that, you find it a bit over-exaggerated, but this is not over-exaggeration at all, because Spanish people are always quite open and fearless about expressing themselves. So they pour in all the emotions that they have at that time, and it just reflects in the phrase. So I want you to repeat after me. So, que bonito. Repeat. Great. Now, next one. When you listen to a sad news, or probably you see something sad happening around you, you usually react in English like, how sad, something like that. So in Spanish, this would be que triste. So you can see that while speaking out triste, I'm trying to express myself more, and I'm putting in more effort. This is how we do in Spanish language. So I want you to repeat after me. Que triste. Great. Next one. Now, this one is about when you eat something and you find that tasty or delicious. You usually say how delicious, how tasty. So in Spanish, it's que rico. Repeat. Que rico. Great. You can also say que delicioso. Repeat. Que delicioso. Great. Now, next one is when you want to say that something is ugly. I obviously don't support that somebody's appearance could be ugly, but it's specifically when you don't like somebody's actions or somebody's behavior, somebody's gesture. So like in English, you say, how ugly. In Spanish, you would say, que feo. Repeat after me. Que feo. Great. Now, next one is actually something like that's great in English language. So in English language, when somebody tells us something and it's a good thing, it's a good news, or probably there is something favorable for us, we react to it by saying that's great in English language, and in Spanish language it would be que bien. Repeat after me. Que bien. Great. Next one is the contrary. I mean, if you listen to a bad news, or when you see that something is not good for you, in English language you would say, how bad. It could also be a reaction to something which is bad. So in English language you would say, how bad. In Spanish you would say, que mal. Repeat after me. Que mal. Great. Next one, when the temperature is quite high, you're feeling hot. So usually in English language you express it by saying it's so hot or something like that. In Spanish you say que calor. Repeat after me. Que calor. And if it's quite cold, you can say que frío. Repeat. Que frío. Great. Next one is actually when you feel embarrassed. Imagine you are surrounded by a lot of people and you're sitting on a chair and you slip off the chair. Usually, in other cultures, especially from where I come, we don't feel that comfortable being so open about that situation because we are already so embarrassed. But Spanish people, as I already told you, are quite open and fearless about expressing what they are feeling at a particular time. So, in this situation, somebody might say how embarrassing or something like that. In Spanish, it would be qué vergüenza. Repeat after me. Qué vergüenza. So it is vergüenza. Repeat. Vergüenza. Vergüenza is embarrassment. Okay. Now something interesting about this word are these two dots. Why have I put these two dots? Because in order to make sure that the sound of la u or the u count, we need to put these two dots. Otherwise, in Spanish language, if we have G or Q or la G y la U de español, and after that, if we have la U de español, it is always silent. As an example, cheese in Spanish language is queso, and this is how we write it. We have la U de español after la Q, but it's not queso, it's queso, because U is after la Q and it's silent. In order to make sure that the sound of U count, you need to put these two dots. Okay? So it would be qué vergüenza. Now, next one. If you find something interesting and you just want to comment that this is interesting, how interesting, you can say qué interesante. Repeat. Qué interesante. Great. Last one. If you find something quite slow, it could be a machine, a person working for you, you usually comment how slow or something like that. So in Spanish, you would say qué lento. Repeat. Qué lento. Great. So now I'm going to go through all of them quickly one more time so that you revise their meanings. Let's quickly revise it. Qué bonito or qué bonita. How beautiful, how pretty. Qué triste. How sad. Qué rico. How delicious or how tasty. Or it could be qué delicioso. Qué feo. How ugly. Qué bien. That's great. Qué mal. How bad. Qué calor. How hot. Qué frío. How cold. Qué vergüenza. How embarrassing. Qué interesante. How interesting. Qué lento. How slow. Okay, so this was all for today and I hope you liked the video, and if you have any complaints or suggestions, please write it in the comment box because I always look forward to having feedback from you. Also, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and family. Thank you and keep studying Spanish.